Our conditions are remaining bullish in this bull market. Current bull market ranks sitting at 25.78. Buy sell ratio, got a little data issue update that hasn't updated. But if we jump over here to the sectors area and then the sector scan, you can see the buy sell ratio at 1.4 right here. So we did turn bullish on some of that move on Friday. Futures look like they are also moving pretty nicely this morning. If we look at sentiment, we've pulled back. We're sitting around that, bouncing off that 50% line, and we're also seeing S&P 500 having those two bottoming tail bars that we pointed out this last couple of days, and then also a little more additional confirmation sitting right here at that level. And again, a good breakout potentially today on a gap higher, and some continuation could move the market higher. We are also certainly want to be aware of where we are at in this trend on this long-term chart, knowing that we're at the upper end of this range and still continuing nicely, but there is additional added risk just because of the location of the current trend. That can add into your position size, your stop loss location as well. If we jump over and look at sectors, we are seeing some strength here in sectors really across the board with the vast majority now of the sectors back into that buy zone, only one in the sell range, and those stocks that were, or those sectors that were transitioning in that hold range have moved into that buy zone, and also all of these short-term trends have moved to up. So solid market conditions and improving right here. We're also seeing commodities have some strength. Gold bouncing off of that 50% 618 retracement box and moving back into the momentum zone, has yet to turn back bullish. That happens pretty quickly. If you get a real quick V bottom or top, it takes a minute or two for it to transition from those trending directions back into either the bearish trending location or back to the bullish trending location, and gold is working on that pattern currently. We're also seeing SLV, which is silver, finding support in that range and attempting to hold up at these levels. So we could see some demand coming back into commodities. We're seeing that in USO, which is oil, and so keep an eye on those commodity areas, as well as markets are continuing to strength. We may get strength across the board right here. If we jump over and look at the muscle stocks group, a few out of that new buy list that I wanted to point out. A little bit deeper in the list, you've got the good old-fashioned General Motors. Keep an eye on that. This is continuing to improve as you're getting electric vehicle strength and just that entire infrastructure, as General Motors is still a major player in that game and up 5%. Nice confirmation bar at that in that area and some increasing volume. And then also SkyWest, the airline, regional airline, a nice confirmation. It's had a nice move here from this last move back here in the $76 range, trending nicely, pull back into some support, filling that gap, and some confirmation here on SKYW. A couple of other names also. Remember that you can utilize some of these other lists. Muscle Minis is going to be pulling in smaller price names, and a stock that's really moving right now is RGTI. Keep an eye on that. $1.70. It's actually gapping open this morning up around 250. Keep an eye on that name, RGTI, in the quantum computing space. Interesting company, interesting name. Had a massive day right here where you had 96 million shares coming into the stock, and or the turnover, the volume, but massive increase in volume in this name. Some interest there. That'll do it for today's update. Everyone have a fantastic day today.